What's up guys, and welcome to this video. Already this is slightly different to what you used to. This is going to be the full room tour. I know a lot of people have been requesting it, and so this is going to be more of a vloggy style video. First thing to address is that this video is in 720p but at 60 frames a second. So if you've been wondering what 60 frames a second video actually looks like but in a normal video, then this is obviously your chance to find out. The camera I'm using is the EOS M, so that's a mirrorless version of the 650D. It's like the same sensor, which means that it can't do 1080p at 60 FPS, but obviously you get the idea. So let's start with the main bit, the computery bit. Now we're changed to handheld, there we go. And yeah, so this is my desk. This is all at the University of Portsmouth at the moment. And we'll start with the keyboard because a lot of people are always interested in what that is. This is the Cooler Master CM Storm Quickfire TK keyboard. This is using red switches. Now a lot of people ask me which switches to go for, and actually I would probably say try browns. Always try and use something before you buy them. Basically reds have less resistance, so it's harder to type on but it's easier to game on, and then blue is harder to actually game on but easier to type on. Brown is in the middle. If we go over here to the mouse, this is the Corsair M65 Mouse. I did use the, what was it? It was the Razer one, the Razer mouse. I've completely forgotten the name of it. Razer Tyon. And while it was good, it had an issue with gamepad tracking. It would kind of ruin any gamepad games as it would detect it as a controller, but that seems to have stopped, but I'm not using that anyway at the moment. So yeah, that is the TV remote for my TV, which I'll get onto in a bit later. That's just wallet and stuff. And then this is actually the smartwatch. I would normally have it on. I use it every single day. It's the LG G-Watch R, and it's a really, that's upside down, and it's a really good little watch actually. I get a lot of use out of it. It really is quite useful for day-to-day things. It's not really worth the full price of admission at the moment, to be perfectly honest, but if you are a big gadget fan and you like things like this, then it is very useful to have about, as it gives you all your notifications and things like that, and you can change your music tracks and things like that while you're on the go. But then the actual monitors themselves, this is the Dell 2412M. This is actually one of the most popular videos I've got on the channel. It's the full review of this monitor. It's not on at the moment because I've got it on a game on the television, which, like I say, I'll show you in a moment. But this is only a 1200p monitor. These days, obviously, it's all about 1440p and 4K. But I got that a few years ago and I've been quite happy with it since. This one is a 120Hz Dell, no, not Dell, sorry, BenQ monitor. It starts, I can never remember the model name. It starts with an X and ends with a T. It's a 120Hz monitor. It's something like the X24 something T. And you can still get it, but they have done an updated version now with G-Sync, which is probably the way to go. But it's 3D Vision ready, so I've got the 3D Vision kit there, but I never use it. The headphones, those are the SoundMagic's E10s. They're fantastic little in-ears. You can pick them up quite cheaply. Although I've been using them pretty much every day for the last 3 or 4 years, I've actually got some Sennheiser, Momentums on the way, so I probably won't use those quite as much. And that's pretty much everything on the desk. This is, of course, the Galaxy Note 4. Is that going to focus? Let's give it a little helping hand. There we go. And again, this is a fantastic little phone. I'm really happy with it. It doesn't always get your fingerprint right, but on every other level it really is fantastic, and I couldn't ask for more. The only thing I guess I could ask for, actually I probably could ask for more, is for it to be updated to Lollipop, because that hasn't happened just yet. This is the headset of choice. This is the Cave XTD, and this is again by Roccat. It's pretty good. It's the stereo version rather than the 5.1 digital surround sound one they have. And then the microphone here is the one that I use in all my voiceovers. This is the Yeti microphone, the Blue Yeti. It's fantastic little, well, not that little, it's quite big, fantastic microphone, and I couldn't really ask for much more. I'll probably get it on a separate stand because it's on a desk stand. If you tap the desk then you can hear it, but Other than that, it does everything I need it to do. That is a lot of chewing gum. That was donated to me. I wouldn't normally buy that much chewing gum. That's a load of work still to be done. And that is a battery charger if my phone ever runs out of battery. And that is my desk. That is everything that goes on there. I guess I've got the speakers actually as well. Those were on the Black Friday sales actually I saw this week. Don't know if you've been following those. That's the little charging pad for the watch. But they were the Logitech 5.1 something speakers. I can't remember exactly what they were. And then the computer obviously is the thing that people ask me most about. And actually I have to admit, although I like the case, I probably wouldn't recommend it necessarily to anyone. Just because although it's small, it's it doesn't have enough room. It's still quite big, and it doesn't have that much room inside to do a lot of stuff with. I'd rather go smaller or bigger. I think this is kind of slightly awkward size, but I do like it. I don't dislike it. I just probably wouldn't, if I was going to get a new PC, I probably wouldn't choose the case again. But it is the Corsair 350D. I'll probably go for the 450D or the 650D. Of course, you can probably spot there that is a GTX 980. I'll upgrade to SLI at some point, but you know, that's budget permitting. And at the moment, I'm perfectly fine with just the single one. I don't think really we'll be able to see too much inside because it's a bit dark. But that is the, what is it? It's the Republic of Gamers one motherboard. It is the Hero V2, I believe. Yeah, the Hero V2. There's only 8 GB of RAM in there. That's just standard Vengeance 1600 megahertz RAM. That's the next thing I need to upgrade. There's 2 SSDs in there, 1 boot and 1 for gaming. And then there's also 2 hard drives, both Western Digital Black. Power supply is the Corsair GS800. That's discontinued. You can't actually pick that up anymore, but it was quite a good value modular power supply at the time. That was when I first got my PC. If I was going to be getting another one, I'd probably get something with a bit more power and a bit more energy efficiency, but it does the job. And I've never had any complaints with it. It's pretty quiet as well. CD drive, don't really need it, but if you've got one, you know, sort of hanging around, why not? And that's pretty much all there is to the PC. A lot of people wonder what this is. This is just the adapter for using a wireless 360 controller. Very useful. I need to get a new controller because my one's a little bit broken, my controller. Sometimes it disconnects. That's where I keep all my fun cables and things like that. There's not really too much in there at the moment. And then that is of course the subwoofer for the speakers. Speakers are very good budget speakers if you're after a budget 5.1 surround system. That is also some work that I need to do. If you're wondering why there hasn't been that many videos in the last couple of weeks, it's just because work has just been picking up. But as soon as it's done, I can crack on with some more videos. Chair wise, this was just IKEA. IKEA is great for stuff like this. I couldn't remember what the name of it was. It's just a pretty good but pretty standard chair. This is the spare television. It's just been sitting around for a while. I really do need to actually get round to sorting that out and either selling it or using it. That is a load of laundry. That's clean laundry actually. That is a ridiculous amount of boxes. Tripod, but then just a load of spare graphics card boxes, boxes with graphics cards in, phone boxes, PC stands, spare cases, loads of stuff like that. All kind of gets chucked up there. And then this is actually all my camera equipment. Like I say, I'm using an EOS M right now, as it's kind of one of the best value mirrorless cameras you can get, but that is my standard workhorse. I use it for most videos I do. That's just a 650D, but then with a 24-105 lens. It's an L lens, it's very high quality. Need to upgrade the camera at some point, but you know, not made of money. That is probably my favourite lens. That is the 50mm 1.4. That means you can get a nice depth of field and blur out the background, and as well as letting a lot of light in. That's also a very good lens. This is the 10-22 EFS, so it's only for crop sensor DSLRs, if you know what that means. But it's a wide angle and it's really useful. I've used it in a couple of videos, but not really that often. That is a flash. That is the Yongnuo. What is it? It's the Yongnuo 565 speed light. and it's basically a cheap version of the Canon, but it's essentially the same, and if it breaks, you can buy like 4 before actually hitting the price of the Canon. This is the Rode VideoMic. This is another thing I need to change. It's great all-round microphone, but it's just not really suitable for what I use it for, so I need to get a decent lavalier clip-on mic at some point. That's a rug, very useful rug actually, because I've got all these cables that run under there. Cover it up with a rug, and then we hit the star of the show, the television, unless you think a towel and a dressing gown is star of the show. No, obviously not. So this is the television. This is the Samsung, oh, what was it, the 7500 something, is a 48-inch television. Hold on, I can go around the back and it will tell me the model number. I do know, I've spent enough time researching it, I've just kind of forgotten. So there's only a couple of cables going in around the back there. Nice glass TV stand, bin, you kind of have to have one of those. What is it? It's the HU7500T. Then this is Dragon Age Inquisition. This is running at 1440p, but it's got that nice scaling setting, so you can set all the UI to 4K, and then play in 1440p. And basically, if you sit in the middle of the screen, so about there, then you can see 4K, and if you sit about there, then 4K and 1440p look essentially the same. So is it worth £400 just to get another graphics card for 4K? At some point. Not at the moment. So that's the television. That is that wireless gamepad that I told you so much about. Those are some Morden Shorts. Are they M10 speakers? M20 loudspeakers. They're pretty good. Powered by a really ancient 1980s NAD amp. Nothing wrong with it. It does a brilliant job. It was very high quality. That was a donation actually from the parents, and probably can't keep it for too long. And then there's a PlayStation 4 there for anything I can't play on the PC, which isn't really that much, but I played the whole Call of Duty campaign on it. And this setup is just fantastic. I couldn't recommend it more. It's not the quickest thing for gaming, like response time, but you kind of get used to it, and I wouldn't do any serious competitive gaming with a controller anyway, so it doesn't make too much difference. So yeah, that's the television setup. Of course, the movie setup as well. That is just the shot of the bed. Nice little cover, if you're interested in that. And then we go over here, poker set for those poker nights. Haven't got it out that much, kind of should get it out more. Then this is just the station of mixture of junk and stuff that I need. This is a camera box, this is all the EOS M and lens converter stuff. That's a load of pennies. British money, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you will be very interested in that. Some of you, hold on, there we go. Some of you will be very interested in that. Let's be honest, no one actually will. That's just the strap, because I'm not using that at the moment for the EOS M. And then this is a selection of films. I've got most of them at my other home, but slowly going to build up a catalogue. PlayStation Vita, literally covering dust, getting dust. There you go, look at that. Just don't use it. It's a good bit of kit, I just don't really use it. Love film, rentals, Game of Thrones book, a few video games there. You quite like this, I made this. It is, we can get focused on that. Yep, that is just an old stick of RAM, laptop RAM. I made into a keyring. I thought that was pretty cool. That's really not focusing very well, is it? Let's try now. Yes. So anyway, it's a stick of RAM. Just drilled a hole through it. Really not that interesting, not particularly advanced. But pretty cool. And then everything else is just kind of a load of junk, a load of Christmas presents, a couple of magazines, 3D glasses for various different things, bag, and that's about it. That is about the room tour. I don't think there's much else to say. If I stand right on the edge, I can show you it's a fairly largish room. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. Only here for a few more, well, that's how many months? About 10 more months, and then I'll have to move out, but I've been enjoying it thus far. So yeah, that is the room tour. If you have any questions whatsoever, leave them in the comments section below. I think just by looking at the preview on the camera that 60 frames a second has made this video much better, but let me know, do you think it was useful? Do you want to see more videos in 720p 60 FPS? I know we'd all rather have 1080p 60 FPS, but that's not quite an option at the moment. But yeah, like I say, not that many videos over the last couple of weeks. Hopefully that will change very soon. as soon as work's done. Thank you very much for watching this video. I can switch actually, I can go back to that. Thanks so much for watching this video. I know it means a lot to me to obviously have over 11,000 subscribers now, which is pretty mad, but let's turn that into 100,000 over the next couple of years. That'd be pretty cool. But if there's any sort of videos that you want, please let me know. Obviously this is all about you, it's not about me. If I make content that people don't like, then people aren't going to watch it. So please let me know if you want to see more videos like this. I'll update this video once I've got some new stuff in, which hopefully won't be that long, but I've got loads of expenses at the moment, so can't be upgrading all the time. Thank you so much for watching though. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. But either way, let me know in the comments section below what you thought, and of course subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.